The Trump derangement over at MSNBC is getting so ridiculously out of control that they are just straight up making things up at this point. Now, you could make the case they've always made things up, and that's perfectly fair, but MSNBC's Mika Brzezinski was recently on live television and made the claim that Trump is killing women. That is right. Where? How? What exactly is she talking about? We'll tell you about it here today. But folks, I'm Vince with Resist the Mainstream. Please do us a big favor. If you enjoy the content, be sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And why should you subscribe? Because doing so goes a long way in ensuring we can keep bringing you videos like this. It is totally free. All you got to do is hit that red button. And with that said, let's see how MSNBC is handling the prospects of a potential Trump victory, because spoiler, it's not very good. Check it out.
His cozying up to dictators, his obsession with Hitler that has now come out, what he has said about our veterans, and what he wants to do with the military against his political adversaries. It's all huge news. This is the future that we're looking at in the next Trump term, if there is one. But this is what voters know right now, that he is killing us. I'm talking about us women. He's killing us. He is putting us at risk. He is making us afraid to have babies. He is putting our reproductive health at risk, and some women have died already because of this. So we can...
What are you talking about? She's going absolutely insane. But where exactly is that actually happening? And how does Donald Trump contribute to it? The answer is it's completely made up. Okay, this is not true. This is not happening literally anywhere in this country. And I'm sure she would try to bring up the argument of Amber Nicole Thurman. This is that infamous case where the woman died in Georgia and they claimed it was because of a lack of access to abortion. And, you know, they implied that like she was having a life-threatening pregnancy and she was not able to get the abortion, but that's not actually true. When you look into the details of this case, what happened was she went to North Carolina and took an abortion pill. The abortion pill gave her the complications. Not the fact that she wasn't able to get an abortion. No, taking the abortion pill gave her complications. It sent her into septic shock. She ended up dying because of it. The lawyers have made the argument that the hospital mistreated it, which could be true, but that has nothing to do with Georgia's pro-life laws, and much less anything that Donald Trump himself personally did. Even the Thurman family's lawyer has come out and said that the situation had nothing to do with Georgia or its laws. It had to do with the fact that the hospital did not properly treat her septic shock. But again, I will reiterate, Amber Thurman died because of complications from taking an abortion pill. So the central argument that the Democrats are making here is Amber Thurman died because of an abortion pill, and this is why we need to expand access to abortion pills, which really does not make a lot of sense. That's not the best example. By the way, there's no state in this country where you cannot get an abortion because of threats to the mother's life, okay? That's not true. Like, nowhere is that restricted. But at the same time, even if you are critical of Georgia's abortion law, I ask the question, what does that have to do with Donald Trump? Did Trump sign that law? Did he advocate for it? Not really, right? Like, what does that have to do with Trump? They're just making up nonsense because they have nothing else to run on.
See right now what's coming. These headlines, and very good reporting, by the way, that shouldn't be questioned by idiots about what Trump has said about Hitler. That's incredibly important to know.
Comment down below if you are one of the idiots who is questioning the reporting of hearsay, right? He said, she said. We should totally believe this, by the way, but because it is bad for Trump, therefore we must believe it. By the way, Kamala Harris actually was at the P. Diddy parties. A source told me that 32 years ago, therefore you should believe it. You don't believe it? You're an idiot. But someone said this, therefore it's true. Okay.
But I do understand that people who are busy and that are people who are just tapping in may not be able to comprehend, because we've been free. We've been comfortable. We cannot comprehend that. And I understand that. I validate that it is hard to go from here to there. It is where we're going. I hope we don't find out the hard way. But what's happening with women right now is real, and it is playing out across America.
Mika, just relax, okay? It's gonna be okay. Believe it or not, all right? Orange Man is not that bad. You're gonna get your tax cut extended beyond 2025. Project 2025 can't hurt you, okay? Calm down. It's okay, all right? They are just getting so dramatic and over the top and ridiculous. Why they think this type of fear-mongering after 9 years of the American public knowing Donald Trump as a political figure somehow is going to work, I have absolutely no idea. But they are basically just in such a desperate position. The joy of the Kamala campaign has run out, and now all of a sudden they're just throwing anything at the wall and hoping that it sticks. And this one guest on an MSNBC show really summarizes that with the mental gymnastics you are about to see. They are insane. Check it out.
The contrast could not be more stark. Yes, we have a dismal economy, but we are also facing the prospect of fascism. And actually, the economy isn't even that dismal. Things are rebounding, but everyone is talking about the.
So you just watched the mental gymnastics real time. We played 15 seconds for you. Yes, the economy is dismal, but Trump is a fascist, but also the economy is not that bad. Which one is it, right? This almost like summarizes the talking points of the Democrats, right? They try to, the economy is actually fantastic. Bidenomics is working. Okay, the economy is kind of bad, but we're gonna do it. But Trump is Hitler, so you remember that. But the economy is bad, but it's not. Can you pick one? It's just insane. It's hilarious. Is the economy bad or is it not? At least pick a side on this. Unbelievable. That is just hilarious.
Economy, but in fact, we are actually facing the real premise and specter of fascism.
I think on the economy, too, all the data suggests that that's not the case, but there's a feels issue with the economy.
The vibes
things
are poor.
feel expensive. People feel bad about it. And even if they don't feel bad about their personal economy, they feel bad or worry about their kids or their neighbors or others. And yes, that is throughout history, Angelo, a ripe climate for an autocrat, which is exactly what Project 2025 ushers in.
They really did just hit all of the arguments there at once, right? All the talking points. Check. Economy is bad, but Trump is Hitler. Economy's also not that bad. Project 2025, autocrat. Did you remember that part? Just remember, you got to mention Project 2025 on every single show. No, but the argument there is insane, right? The economy's not actually that bad, says the person presumably making a six-figure salary on a mainstream cable news network. What do you know about the economy? Right? What do you know about Americans' interaction with it? Yeah, people who can't afford groceries, that's not really happening. It's just feels, right? Home prices are at like $1 million now, but that's just your perception, You take the numbers are good. Yeah, I mean, not like I really am paying attention to the prices of things. It's like the economy is not that bad, quote unquote, coming from someone who is basically in the 1% or very close to being in that 1%, who also just like collects a paycheck and doesn't actually run the business. You are as far away from the actual economic plight of Americans as you could possibly be. Who are you to tell them that it's not really that bad? That's just your perception. That's just the vibes. You're the one who is delusional. Yeah, the American people are delusional when they look at their bills and notice they are in a worse economic position than 4 years ago. Okay, I think it may actually be MSNBC that is delusional, but central conclusion, they are desperate. They are running out of things to say. They are beginning to panic, and that is exactly what you are watching. And with that said, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. But until next time, I've been Vince with Resist the Mainstream. Hope you enjoyed, and peace.